but how will these overnight cues impact our own markets? We have our research team joining in with what the trade setup is looking like, the stocks that are likely to be in the news, and of course, action from the F&O space as well. Hey guys, a very good morning to all of you. Middle of the week. So, Hormas, let me come to you first up. What is the market setup looking like today?
The setup is looking as some bit of exhaustion coming in for the market at higher levels, and it's almost par for the course, right, considering the recovery that we saw almost 2,000 points in just a week. So the Nifty is facing some exhaustion at higher levels. It fails to cross the mark of 24,000 now for 2 straight days in a row, and the fact is that it made a record high on Monday, 23,411. It fell almost 150 points from those levels. It tried to retest those levels yesterday, came close to 23,400 but failed to hold on to those levels as well. It closed at around 23,260. So some bit of exhaustion at around 23,400 and 23,300 as well remains the key level to track. Same is the case for the Nifty Bank as well. It's facing that resistance around the mark of 50,000, which it is failing to cross. Yesterday as well, it came close to around 49,960, but then it again reversed from those levels, ending close to around 49,700 levels as well. So the two indices are facing some and are in some bit of consolidation mode. The VIX continues to cool off, though fell another 10% yesterday, so that is a positive. Whereas in line with most market participants, what they were anticipating as well. Now, sectoral indices, they are continuing to recover some of the losses that they made last Tuesday. The realty index recovered all of those losses yesterday, climbing for the 5th day in a row. The PSU index that fell almost 16% last Tuesday has recovered almost half of those losses. The broader markets, the mid-cap index made a record high yesterday, so that's a positive, and both mid-cap and small-cap indices have recovered all of the losses they made last Tuesday. What you need to watch out for, of course, the weekly expiry of the Nifty Bank today, so that will remain in focus. Both CPI data comes out both in India and the US, and of course the big trigger is the Fed rate decision later tonight, which we'll react to tomorrow morning. So that are some of the key cues to watch out for today. The US markets, the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq ended at records. The Dow was slightly slow, tepid trade there, but the GIFT Nifty is also indicating a slightly muted start for our own markets as well.
Okay, all right. So 3.3 points lower is where the GIFT Nifty is at right now. Let's go across to Vamakshi. Some other stocks that will be on your radar today. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Sona. Let me first start off with HCL Tech. This counter will be on our radar because the company has signed a deal with Germany's largest cooperative bank. This deal is worth $278 million and it will be executed over the period of next 7.5 years. Tube Investments also on our radar. The company and its arm TI Clean Mobility have signed a definitive agreement with a couple of investors. This is for additional subscription of compulsory convertible preference shares of 160 crores in TI Clean Mobility. BL Kashyap has received summons from SEBI for production of documents before authorities. They've also received 2 new orders worth 1,021 crores from Sattva Homes and DLF City. TVS Supply Chain Solutions has won a 5-year strategic deal with Daimler Truck AG, and this solidifies the company as the primary logistics partner for Daimler Truck. Patanjali Foods has issued a clarification on a report which suggested that Patanjali's Ayurved non-food business will be merging with Patanjali Foods. Patanjali Foods said that the board discussed Patanjali Ayurved's proposal for sale of non-food business undertaking back in April, and the committee was formed and the work is still in progress, and they said that they will be informing the stock exchanges as soon as any development takes place. NHPC's board of JV and NHPTL, which is the National High Power Test Laboratories, has approved transfer of 1.31 crores of NHPC shares to Power Grid. Post this transaction, the equity holding of NHPC in the JV will fall down to 12.5% as compared to 20% earlier. Wipro has launched Lab 45 AI platform, which is designed to increase efficiencies and transform business functions. TCS has launched a new IoT engineering lab in Ohio. This is to accelerate innovation for clients. And lastly, let's also watch out for Dollar Industries. They've signed Mahesh Babu as the brand ambassador. They will be opening 50 exclusive brand outlets across South India, and they aim 50% sales growth in South India in FY25.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for that list, Vamakshi. Let me go across to Mangalam. He's joining in with all the cues from the F&O space. Hey, Mangalam.
Good morning. So it was consolidation which was underway in all the frontline indices, whereas the broader markets continue to do well. And that's not particularly bad, largely because portfolios feel a lot better when a lot of stocks do a lot better as well. So the Nifty Bank was mildly lower, even as the Nifty closed a little above the flat line. If you look at the broader markets, you would see nearly 3 stocks advancing for every stock that was declining. And at the same time, we saw, strong outperformance that continued through yesterday's trading session. Importantly, the cash market flows. FI sold about 111 crores, DI has bought about 3,200 crores. but not much to infer from this, largely because these flows were impacted by the large trades that we've been speaking about all of yesterday as well, Interglobe, IRB and Honasa. So those were the reasons why, cash market flows were impacted. But importantly, in index futures, the FIs continue to buy. Yesterday as well, there was a near 1,000 crore purchase, adding 15,000 long contracts, covering another 2,700 short contracts. And now the long exposure has increased from 17% 5 sessions ago to 37%. And net shorts also have contracted to just about 1.25 lakh contracts. If you do a pre-contract changing value, then it would be close to around 65,000 contracts on the short side. Not particularly bad as well. The India VIX is lower, and that's telling you that maybe the market will continue to be in this range. And what is this range? 23,450 call, extremely active for a premium of 50 rupees, telling you 23,500 continues to be the upper limit for the market. At the lower level, 23,150 to 23,200 would be the support. That's where options are active. It is Wednesday today. That implies Nifty Bank weekly options expiry. What is the range? 50,000 call and 48,000 put. Both of them most active. Just keep an eye out on a couple of stocks. Hind Copper, yes. GMR Infra was a big mover yesterday, but GMR Airports, that is, but has entered F&O ban as the open interest has crossed past the market-wide position limit.
Okay, all right. This is the Power Prep segment, and those are the F&O cues. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us and telling us what to expect from the trading session today. Let's move